Joseph, who is playing in place of Viet today.
His name is David.
Oh, David. And Joseph, PullTree, Jung, and that's it. His name is Quang also. And you got the two mins on the bottom lane. Nin and min number 2. Who's min number 2, by the way?
Same vibe as David, another cousin.
Have I ever met these people?
I don't know them. You can go over the red side roster now.
Red side roster. We got RegiGiggles, John Fan back in the top lane. Thumb in the jungle. David Jung going mid, playing on someone's computer, I believe. I don't think he's playing on his own. Andre in the bot lane with Henry, their support. We got some bands coming out already. Wukong. Wait, is no one streaming right? Oh, Brian's streaming. Wukong band and the Graves band. You got the Fizz band on the right side. Now, I'm familiar with RegiGiggles and not 100% sure who plays those two ships. I haven't done my research on Major Base, but I would assume that based on their playstyle, they are banning according to these players' comfort picks. Let me check NA.OPG.
Wait, I can't. I'm not in the game.
Oh, well, you're not? Maybe they started without you. Because they started it already.
I'm in the lobby, but I guess
It was a weird game invite on the side though too for you. So I don't know.
Because like,
well,
I'm in the lobby, right? I'm right here. I guess.
Let me look.
They started.
I guess you just have to watch Tant stream and be off the audio again then.
I'm streaming. I'm not recording because I don't know why it just doesn't let me record anymore. It used to be able to record. I'm not gonna figure it out.
No one just tell John to stop crying about it then.
What else he stopped crying about yesterday? All
right, Teemo ban. It does feel like maybe a target here. I do know that John plays Teemo. He picks a Darius. I assume it's Darius top. And the Vayne pick coming out very early here. Vayne is a notorious champ for being weak early. Let's see if they counter.
Do you think it's Vayne ADC or do you think it's a...
Well...
Oh.
Okay, well,
Darius pick, I'm assuming... Yeah, this... Now, you never know with these teams. Lots of mind games going on here. The Akali pick. Taken from David. David will not show up on a second game of Akali in this round. He picks the Galio, or he hovers the Galio. Very good pick against Akali. And back into our second wave of bans. Is Brian back? He just left again, right?
I'm still here.
Oh.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna record the stream.
Driven ban coming out. Looks like there's only bot picks left. So expecting to see some supports and ADCs being banned out. The way, not sure where that's coming from. Unless they're making the assumption that it is a Galio support, which it very could be. I can see Henry playing this this pick. It is a flex pick. And RegiGiggles is known for flexing their picks. And the last ban will be Kassadin.
It's a very interesting ban because they already picked their mid laner, unless it is in a flex Akali top and Sion bot support. I'm not sure what the Kassadin ban is for. So
correct. Not sure. We'll see. And a Tom Clench ban. I hate that shit. So good ban regardless.
Yep, top Clench ban. It allows red sides to play pretty safe. Any farming champion bot. Or it could also go to the top lane, even though they do have a Darius and value pick. They could flex it around. We saw Henry play Pantheon yesterday, so he's willing to play whatever support.
Now the Renata pick is interesting. Just because we don't know who the AD carry is yet. Usually Renata is picked as a diverse pick for her. I forgot what her the skill that keeps him alive or whatever. W, I think.
Well,
and you get the Victor and the Alistar. So it does look like we don't have a traditional bot lane. It might be Victor bot. If we're making the assumption that they're just picking their champs, then I'm going to say it is a Victor bot.
It's very interesting, this Renata pick as well. Blue side does have a lot of initiation, so it is a good champ for peeling, even though those champs on the red side do want champs to go into them. So I do think this Renata will just be there for peel, not really initiation or counter engage or anything like that. So will be a very interesting game.
It's a very support heavy comp for the red side here. You got Poppy, Galio, Renata, all champs that can peel very well for the AD carry. Andre on the Lucian. We'll see what Top can do. Top is notoriously known for it being kind of like an island. But we'll see what these junglers can do to shake it up a little bit. I'm not familiar with blue side team at all and their players, but we might see an inting Sion. Always fun to watch.
Yes, very much. And I do want to zone in onto the mid lane matchup. It was just sort of Guancho.
Actually, he's on the heat.
What the?
You can't be in here.
That's in the recording, bro.
He's on the heat.
Anything you guys say will be in the recording, just so you know.
What? My hands are freezing cold. Alright. Bye, everyone.
Now, the very aggressive bot lane is also interesting to me, too. They definitely have a lot of kill potential there. Both teams drafting pretty interesting compositions with different goals in mind. I can see a push-heavy blue side, while red side will play for the mid to late game. I definitely think they're going to be weaker early. If blue side can capitalize on that, it might be a decisive win for the blue side. But again, I'm familiar with these players. See what they can pull out. Back to you, Brian.
Well, in my opinion, I actually think red side does have the advantage in terms of push. As you can see, all three lanes actually have the pushing lane into the other three lanes. Galio into Akali in particular. David here is a Akali main, so we can see that he's picking a direct counter to what he knows best. So since the blue side has already picked Akali, Galio is a very good matchup into Akali, and he has pushed. So I think Galio was going to plan on pushing and roaming to each other lanes. Lucian Renata, that can be an oppressive lane, especially into Victor Alistar in the early levels, since Victor does not have that great of a wave clear early on until he gets his upgraded laser. And then Darius Sion, that match is more of a toss-up. If Sion can get through the early levels, maybe bully and get good trades against the Darius, then he could get a push and do his inting Sion if that's the strategy.
I mean, I don't think that inting Sion will be the right play here. If he does it, he better do it well, because Darius snowballs very hard. So even giving one kill over to Darius can mean a very tough topside matchup. You have Vi, who's a great jungler, probably a lot stronger in skirmishes than Poppy, and I'm really expecting the Vi to make lots of ganks. This is their best player based on ranks. It's a player that I also am not familiar with, but I believe that the goal here is to snowball either mid or bot side. I think top side's going to be left alone, but that might prove difficult if who's their top again? If John takes on gets multiple takedowns on the Sion. And now we can see the summoner spells and make a little bit more of a prediction on what play style we're going to see here. You got the Ghost Flash coming in for John. Classic teleport. Pretty standard summoner spells on bot. You got the teleport on the Victor. Very common for AP bots to farm as much as they can. Enough for a lost chapter. And then go back, buy, and have the advantage when they come back to lane. And the game is off. Sorry. We are looking at a blue side is not together, red side clumping up just like they did in their first game. This is interesting. This is an interesting strategy we're seeing out here. We can already tell what's going to happen. Their goal is to try to get that first blood on John. It seems that this could be potentially why you're seeing teleport on Victor. No teleport on the Akali, but we're not too far from mid lane here coming in from the top side. Red side is watching mid. Interesting choice. I'm surprised they're not choosing to invade here. Definitely, I'd be careful, obviously, with the Alistar. A very strong level 1 unit, but we're getting some back teleports here.
Like I said during Champion Select, blue side does have the initiation. Red side level 1, they have a flash E for Galio, or maybe a wall slam from Poppy, or maybe Darius could pull him in, but starting those level 1 will not be good for their lane, especially since they want to win their lane and push in like that.
Right. Level 1 is just a small section of the game. There'll be 2 in no time. We got the blue side start. This war doesn't really give red much information, so we'll be curious to see what kind of thoughts are going through red side as far as where their jungler is headed.
I do wonder though if red side has gotten any misinformation, because red side did start Unleashed for the Poppy, while their blue side bot lane had to back and walk all the way back. So maybe they thought that they also helped buy Leash. So maybe they are thinking that Vi started on the bot side. And
You're right. They did come in late. We see an engage in near mid. The W pop from Akali, from Joseph to stay safe. And we got John doing his thing, trying to punish a slightly overstepped side. I do think he has the advantage here early, but Dunn is playing it very safe. Nothing too much. Junglers both at their chickens. And the level 2 comes up for bot side. See what they can do. How do I keep this up again?
You go to the eye.
There it is. Scoreboard. And the Darius going deep, trying to get vision. But he finds out that it's already been taken. So at this point, they should know that Vi might be on the bot side. You got Poppy on the other side. Dunn just casually farming. Ward on the top side.
And it's looking like the push is going to start. It looks like mid lane is, it'll slowly push in unless Akali can get a good trade onto the...
And here comes that first potential gank. A red trinket from the Vi. Interesting. They do not see him. The bot lane walking up, definitely adding suspicion to red side. Red side backing off. I think they know or aware something's happening. You got Poppy coming down. Joseph should see with the ward. And Renata comes up to ward that pixel brush. At the back from Thun. CS, we're looking pretty even right now with Lucian being slightly ahead.
Very even on both sides. Galio a little low on mana, but he should just push us in and then have it take me back for tempo. I don't know if he will do that, but...
Oh, and you got this gate bot. And I just missed that. First blood coming over to the Victor. Should I rewind that? Should I rewind that? Go for a playback. Let's go for a little playback here.
Okay, let's do playback here.
Let's go. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go a little bit further. So they start the engage right here. A W and a knockup, and here's the buy coming in. Oh, we have another. All right, I'm gonna just go to live. Something happened. Sorry. Something did happen.
It just looks
Killed
like
something.
another engage bot, but this looks like it's too far.
Killing over to Galio.
And I think this might be a
It looks like a dive. Ooh. And Ignite coming out. Ooh, and a kill over to the Victor. And it's a shutdown. And a lot happened in that sequence. Am I live right now? Am I fully at live? Man, I wish I had a way to like watch in like a what is it? Picture in picture?
Yeah, we don't have that technology here.
Yeah, we don't have that time.
Okay.
Didn't think things
in the past 1 minute or so, everyone was farming, and then, we're at 4 to 2 kills now. So, a lot of action going on in that bot lane.
Hey, go to Dragon. Go to Dragon.
I'm just getting Dragon.
I just wanted to.
What do you want?
I want to see his health. Thank you. I forgot you can see it on the left.
And Joseph going in, but he does not have the tools right now to trade with David, I don't think. Being 1 kill behind, and David picking up that Spectral Cow might make it really difficult for him to do enough damage to kill him, to get that trade back. We got Poppy up here, taking the grubbies. John coming to help him out in case their jungler comes, and you do see their jungler coming. Oh, and 1 steal. We got an ult from the Galio just to secure that kill and secure the last grubby. But 1 grubby means Red will not have all 6 grubbies when the next one spawn, assuming they go for it. You got the Poppy taking the blue. Fun is back. Yeah.
I do not think that was worth the flashing just for 1 grub. It just puts the Darius ahead a little bit more, and Poppy can also invade the topside jungle. Here, if we look at the top side, Poppy just took the blue. Poppy's gonna see that. She's gonna go back to her wolves. And then it's just lots of
great vision from the red side here. Deep vision. They know where Vi's at. Again, CS lead is growing for red side. You can definitely see the different player abilities coming in here at the 7-minute mark. The Galio recalls down on his bottom jungle. He sees the Vi going for the scuttle. Do they try to answer? And David initiates.
And as you can see, there's barely any damage onto the Galio. He's just too tanky right now.
Yeah, with that Spectral Cow, don't think Joseph will be doing much yet. His goal might just be to be strong enough to take out their backline carries. But remember what we talked about in the lobby of the draft. Your weakest unit, well, second weakest, Lucian has a lot of protection on the rights on their team. The Poppy, the Renata, the Galio, even Darius can provide some useful peel for their team. And you got a Ghost coming out for John. John misses the Q. He gets hooked in. The 5th stack and a flash coming in. Saves himself. And probably back. Poppy on the bot side. Call. TP coming in top for the Sion.
And it looks like everything has quieted down. People are just farming here and there, trading here and there. It is almost a 3k gold lead for the red side. 10 minutes in.
A dive comes in. Vi starts it off. She tanks. And she dies way too quickly to the turret. Now, obviously, we have the Alistar who was probably meant to tank first with his ult, but it seems like that didn't go as planned. Renata chasing down the Victor. I do not think that Victor has the tools to kill her. Running out of mana, Lucian confident that he can take this. Oh, and the kill back onto the Lucian. Andre should have left. With the red buff, he can definitely do some damage here. The slow in the regen coming in, the flash coming out from Renata, missing the laser. Let's see if Vi will capture and the red buff, the flash red buff proc. You cannot get out of that slow, especially with no boots. I think he just picked up the level 2 boots.
Okay, I want to just go back to that play in the bot lane from the blue side. I don't know what they were doing there, honestly. They were trying to dive, but there are no minions for the dive. They just try to brute force it. On a level 6 Renata at that, so disengaged, like I said, Renata.
Right. And I can definitely see the vision, but as I mentioned, you know, not having the Alistar be the initiator and tanking the turret with his ult definitely makes things hard. And the flash in from John, and Thun gets the kill, ulting him under the turret. CC lock, we got a fight on mid and a catch on, who's that? Bye. And another kill on bot on the Alistar. Red takes second Drake.
This game has gotten very messy. Top lane, you saw that dive from John. He ulted early, so he did not have that execute when he tried to dive the second time. Obviously, you're not gonna. I don't know what he's trying to do, diving a full armor, full health Sion as Darius. And then bot lane, I think red side got a little greedy trying to fight this Victor. Victor is strong right now. He has 4 kills and an item complete. So, you know.
We're seeing another start here. The blue tree comes out, charging up the Q, but Poppy's W stops him. The CC stun lock onto the Sion. They get the Vi, and we have Joseph into the mix. However, we have Darius coming down. The roam from Alistar, the ignite coming down, killing the Poppy. 3v2. Sion has passive. They can definitely do this, but they need to focus. They need to focus. This is doable. And we get the kill onto the heal. Big Q heal. Leaving Joseph alone against the Darius. A hook, the 5 stacks. You are not getting out of that.
Yeah, a huge heal from the Q of Darius there, hitting 3 people. You know, if they had a little more burst, if they focused on one target, you saw that back at that fight, Akali was trying to chase the Galio with no mana, but there's no way Akali can the Galio.
Right, and the engage comes in. As you mentioned, that 4-1 Victor, showing how strong he can be. Ignite comes down, but he is not afraid. And he procs it with the Q auto. He has a laser coming out, and the laser comes out. 2 kills over to Victor, and Victor pull it off. With the red team with the 3K gold advantage, they need to be aware of this Victor. A strong Victor can definitely turn the tides of the game. Although we do have this Galio, first item built on the Hollowed Radiance, providing a lot of tank for AP damage. We see how much damage that Akali cannot do anything to him. We mentioned earlier the Akali chasing the Galio. Definitely not the smartest move, knowing that you cannot do enough damage to take out Galio's just absurd tankiness right now. Honestly, they need to nerf that.
Honestly, I do not know why Andre flashed in on that. Victor had his Q procced, so it's his empowered auto attack, and obviously Henry already put on his resurrect on himself. So that flash in there was for nothing, just to die. Maybe his hands were a little cold, you know. Earlier he popped in and said that that the heater needed to be turned on.
Fifth grub coming over to the red side. We're seeing a lot of objective control from red side. I'm pretty sure they saw Alistar in there. You saw a ward expire in here. They know he was in here. That's why nothing happened. Going back to kind of a slow-paced demolish coming into the top turret. We got a roaming Galio up, expecting something, but they see him. Joseph staying in the mid lane, getting taunted by David. Again, another objective coming over to red.
I am thinking though, how does the blue side kill this Galio? They don't have any 80 damage besides the Vi, and their 2 carries are an assassin AP and a mage. You know, Galio's the perfect counter to all the damage on that side, so I don't know how this team will be able to kill this Galio in the long run.
Yeah. Correct on your analysis, Brian. Now, I mean, Galio was picked before the entire bot lane, but we see a lot of damage coming out. Renata, Lucian getting that Renata's proc revive, but he doesn't. He's not able to survive the burst. Great Galio ult there. You get a 1-for-1 trade vibe for the Lucian. I'm gonna say that is more value to blue side considering the 2 champions that went down there.
Yeah, considering that though, I do think it is a win on the red side because it was a 3-3-4. As we can see here, Darius is going to push in. They're gonna.
Now Darius has Rift. They have 5 grubs. Joseph needs to play careful.
Yes, they're definitely going to get 2 towers, I think, or at least a lot of damage on the second tower. They didn't have any wave there at the moment since their victor is bot lane, trying to trade a tower.
And Vi coming in. One thing that we've seen again and again is that Poppy blocking the Vi Q, and there you see it again, pushing her into the wall. The amount of crowd control that Poppy has is such a great pick against the Vi jungle. Now, I had mentioned that their Vi jungle being their best player, but I'm not quite seeing it here yet. Maybe the macro plays later in the game will prove otherwise. We'll see what happens. They still have the Victor threat, but as Galio gets tankier, that threat becomes
Let's go to the
a
dragon.
little less.
Let's go to the dragon.
And Victor is I was just talking about this Victor threat. Can he take one out? He is shut down by John, who is also who also has a takedown right now, getting stronger. And second Drake coming over to red.
I don't know what that.
Vi coming in. Another flash. The classic going in 1 by 1. My favorite strategy. It doesn't work. I will just tell you that now.
I do not know what Victor was doing at that moment. His team was in the mid lane and the top side. He's just started the Drake for no reason and then got collapsed on. He has to understand that he's the team's carry, 6-1, and has a shutdown.
He definitely thinks he could probably do a lot more than he can right now. But with that tankiness of a team, I'm not so sure what he can do. He's not the only fed one in the game right now. As I mentioned, that Darius from 5-1 going up to the 6-1 and getting that shutdown on the Victor is going to be massive for red side. But blue side always has the ability to scale. You have the Sion, you have the Akali who can take out the backline later. Even Vi herself can be strong, but they need to play it smart. 1 turret down, they got their objective bounties up. We'll see what they can do with this. We've seen red side in their first game take some questionable fights. A few throws can be all that they need. And Vi, you are just not strong enough, girl. 3? You're 3 levels down.
0-9 at that too. Don't know what I mean. She's just trying to farm her jungle.
Engaging by herself. You know, Sion can't get to the other side.
Hey, I heard you guys needed a 3rd commentator.
We did. What are your thoughts
Sure.
so far?
Let's bring it over to Baruch Spinoza. What are your thoughts? We were just talking about the potential for bot side to scale, but not if they continue playing like this. We saw in red team, I forget the name, their previous game, how they can take some questionable fights, make some interesting plays, and gold does swing back in favor of blue side if they make some odd plays. And I think that there is potential. You see the ult coming out to the Poppy. Poppy takes down. You get 4 people on the bot side. Victor doing what he does, strong, doing the damage. I don't know these skill names. Lucian popping the ult. You got Vi coming in the backside. Gets the kill. Her first kill of the game. Victor's full HP. You have the Alistar. Still can provide some. You got Darius coming down here. I think blue needs to run. Victor gets the shutdown. He flashes over, gets a kill. Oh, he dies. So close. Again, I just mentioned those questionable fights. 4-4-2. You know, a little different pacing there, and it could have been a good win for blue side here. Darius getting pushed in the bot. Thun backing, trying to answer the Darius, but their team is back up. What can they do? Brian?
I think that fight was very interesting. So they took a 3v3 fight at first, and then by the end of it, it was a 4v5. And even though blue side did lose all 4 of their members during that fight, Sion wasn't there. He was just farming up top. He was just not joining the team. I'm very confused at this point on the decision making.
Right, and Sion still has that TP, so we see that he had the ability to come, but he chose not to. Now the question is, would his presence have made a difference? I believe that if he had just continued to push top, he saw all 5 bot, he could have at least gotten another objective turret up top. But we are in a different timeline here. That didn't happen. We got the laser coming out to the Renata, have HP on Henry.
Ooh, that
Darius looking for a play here. They don't have vision on blue side, and they see the Darius. Can he catch him with the ult? And he flashes out. Galio continues to push bot. He is not in range for an ult, so if they choose to pick something here, it might be trouble for blue side, for red side, I mean. And the TP is coming down. Darius, they are trying to back up, but they cannot. The ult catches no one, but it is now a 5v5. See what they can do. Victor in the backside, dropping damage. The Darius gets 1 kill, gets 2 kills, but there's the passive from the Sion. And Victor still alive. Sion has to still alive. We are
huge Victor ult gets caught out.
It's just not enough. It is not enough for blue side. And we see the Baron get taken over given over to the red side. Let's see what they can do with the Baron. Dragon coming up. They're probably going to take that too, unless blue side wants to answer. But, they're just so weak. What can they do if they try to contest this Dragon? Red side is looking a little low, though. If something were to happen, this would be it. They're all back with the fast recalls. We see blue going straight to Dragon. Except for Sion going top. I lied, it's just Alistar going to Dragon. And I think they just give this one up too. They are not in position to take control of the Dragon. I mean, in general, they don't have the DPS to take down Dragon without an AD carry. The strongest unit, Victor, was the last one to die. He comes up late. We have John peeking in the bush. They have vision of him. They saw him go in there. You have Vi. Again, solo engaged, but can they do anything? Akali, throwing her Q, flashes. Dragon goes over to red side. You get the TP coming in. But what is he able to do in this pit by themselves? Are we going to see a deja vu going in 1 by 1? I think blue side has learned. They're not going to take this. They're going to do as much DPS over the whatever this thing, oh, Joseph takes the E, comes in, gets pushed back by Poppy, dies for nothing. And the fight continues by great disengage. And with Renata and Darius coming up, you have Victor doing immense damage, but is it enough? No. Decent trade still, kind of, I believe. They had already lost. They at least get the Galio. And the game continues. The gold lead coming up to 10K here for red side.
I just want to go back to the decision making during the Baron fight right before that. You know, blue side already, with their pressure, they already got the flash out of Darius. They also got the ult out of Poppy. I don't see a world where you had to engage there. I know they were 5v3, but I don't see a world where you needed to engage, especially on that side of the jungle near the Baron pit. So I think excellent point there. Poppy makes it out with the dead man's plate. No way you can catch her. She has her. Oh, and the pulverize into the knockup. Oh, they got the stun, and the Galio comes in. Joseph taking the knockup. There is no ult from Alistar. He goes down. Joseph likely to go down as well.
Almost get Poppy though.
But I mean, that would be the play, right? You see, you're outnumbered. You really want to just send it. You know, that's the team comp for the blue side. You see someone, you think you're at an advantage, you just send it. I just think right now they're just too far behind. 11.
They definitely.
Gold behind.
You're right. They definitely have pick potential, but being so behind, not having the item advantage, they do not have the damage right now to take care of their units. Maybe Lucian, maybe Renata, but those two characters playing together can definitely buy a lot of time with the bailout coming in. The knockup from the Sion. You got Galio in the back, stunning their leaders. Poppy, huge ult, knocks away to Alistar by himself. He runs away with the ult. We didn't see him use it there. The Q goes into Poppy, and I think they just get out. Darius continues to push top. You got a low Victor. Their strongest unit needs to back, heal up. Sion coming back top, clearing out their vision.
And I think you take that as the
a whole lot of nothing.
side. You defend your inhibitor. All you get was a couple summoners out of the Lucian, out of Renata. But you basically just sent it, and you know, weren't punished at all. So I think you take that as a win.
Now, what they need to be doing here, that the red side, their power is in their ultimates. With their ultimates down, they can definitely do something here. But you got Joseph caught out. He cannot do this by himself. He gets pushed out of the shroud, gets taken out. It's 4v5. You get two backs over from red. They could definitely keep going. They have that open inhib.
But red side are deciding to just back. For items, you can see that Lucian have rapid fire cannon now. 3 items, pretty strong. But
3 items
compared to 3.5 from Victor here.
Right. But remember, Victor's just one unit. They got the tanks. I don't know if Victor can do this yet. The rest of the team definitely needs to scale if they want to stand a chance. I think red side is giving them a little bit, but it's like 1 step forward, 2 steps back here.
Alright, Dragon's gonna be up in about 2 minutes here.
And here we have soul point for red side, yes.
So I think this will be the last fight, you know, unless they try to give up 3 Cloud Drakes over to red side, they'll never be able to catch up. Or they'll just chase them down on the red side. So I think this is the fight. They have all the tools. I think this is as strong as you can get. If maybe if Vi can get her Death Dance item.
Right, and we have that Galio top. They know their top side. They know they're going to try to make a play. But if they were keeping track of the time, his teleport is up. All Galio needs to do is pop back in. His ult is readily available. They see the Darius, but the Desmond plays makes them way too fast. They're trying to make something happen without any vision. I don't think this is a great idea. They pop back out. Oh, Poppy coming in for the backside. A great W. Stun onto the Victor. Their strongest. Wait, that's not Victor. The knock up onto their whole team. 5v2 here. There are 2 carries on the backside. Nothing they can do. You got Sion passive popping, and he just goes down. You get Victor. Victor is caught. Joseph backing to deal with the wave, but is that enough? Quadriquill going over to John. You said that this was it. This was the last fight. They can definitely continue here, but we'll see what they choose to do. Some interesting itemizations that I'm noticing here. You got the Maw on the Vi. When the red side really only has Galio for ability damage, ability power. So, kind of odd.
Okay, so red side's gonna go for ban right now. Maybe try to end the game after that. I do think going back to the fight, that was a great ultimate out of Renata. She sealed that entire corridor off the jungle and also caught both carries of the back line fighting each other,
right?
Essentially. So that peel was great.
And Poppy,
the red side to deal with the tanks.
Moving into the red jungle, looking for a catch on his own, just taking the wolves instead. They got that pink. They have vision. They know what to do. The 2 back. This could be something for blue side, but I don't know if that's the damage to take out this Galio. Galio charges away, continuing on with this bot push. Sion. He needs to commit.
do agree with you. If the Sion is there for pushing, I would like to see him build a hull breaker. That's all he's gonna be doing. But
he definitely needs to commit to one thing. He was pushing top for a while, and top's not even done anything. He started pushing in another lane, and then started joining the team fights. He's not a big enough presence yet in these team fights. I mentioned them scaling, but at this point, they're not scaling at the point that they need to be scaling. Flash out of buy.
And I think it's just a wall of different. 15k damage. Poppy engaged onto the Sion. A little bit of damage there. Shield.
And hook misses. Joseph running away, trying his best. Flashes. Gets ulted by the Darius after 2 hits. Doesn't even need full stacks. What can they do? 5 grubbies. Baron. Canyon minion.
How fast this red team is with the console here. You just chase him down. Galio just engages. Taunt. I don't know what's left in the tank for.
And right now, red side knows. They know they're stronger. They just have 3 mid. That's all they need. Renata, Darius, and Galio. You got the other 2 lanes getting pushed in by Poppy and by Lucian. But as soon as something happens, we're gonna see the Poppy come to the fight. And damage coming out. A Q onto the Galio. Great disengage there. And minions at their inhib turrets. What can they do? The knock away from the Alistar, the Q from the Vi, the ult coming in from the Lucian, and then the Galio ult knocking up and killing. Oh, the killing go over to Lucian. Sion going down, just not tanking enough. He's getting his heart steals in though. And the Poppy, not enough damage. Oh, he's dead. Victor staying alive. They're gonna dive him. They don't even, they dove him. He gets 1 kill. He's a little low. Hourglass coming in, saves him. And game is over. Red side wins. Going for the 2-0. You got the, what's their team name again? RegiGiggles.
2-0.
RegiGiggles going 2-0. All right, let's take us to the analyst desk. And what can we say? Looking at these damage, we can definitely see Victor putting in the work, but it's just not enough.
Yep, you can't just carry this whole team as one Victor. Maybe if the entire other team were all squishies, maybe, but you can see how tanky that team was. In addition to the revive and the mobility, I think it was just a hard game for that comp to survive. So, GG's to everyone.
Right.
2-0 for RegiGiggles team. We'll see them again tomorrow.
Hello.
But
For their 3rd match up against F4F. Food for thoughts. Wait, that's F4T.
I thought the same thing when I saw their name.
Okay,
I saw it and I was just like,
I'm so hungry.
It's a joke.